Hi, good evening. Okay. I want to do a poem called, sorry, that's my title exactly. I've always been fascinated with history. And I thought, before poetry found its way to the page, poetry was in oral form. And, our forefathers used poetry to transmit history, from one generation to another. They don't teach history in our schools. But you have many Nigerians who have no idea of the history of our country. So I wanted to do a poem, well, not to match what the ancients did, but something that I hope could probably inspire, a desire to study our history. You see, history is the art and culture of the Nok people, beneath bronze heads, Fulani empires that sprawled from the caliphate in Sokoto to the dusty lands of the Sudan, Yoruba monarchies and deities, Igbo republican systems of government, independent nations and civilizations, pre-colonization, history is. The Royal Niger Company, the Queens incursion into new territory, King Jaja of Obobo, the King of Cocoa, spears raised, swords brandished, guns blazed, rebellious native chiefs vanquished. Indirect rule, 1914, amalgamation, north-south regard, Niger area, Flora Shore, Nigeria, history is. Awolowo, Azikiwe, Ahmadu Bello, the constitutions, 1956, Enahoro, the motion, independence, the birth of a promise and the abortion, thereafter is. History is. British conducted elections that gave off the whiff of a rat. The 1963 census figures, the Southerners disputed the maths. Nigeria is just a mere geographical expression. Awolowo said the suspicions couldn't be quelled, an experiment in nationhood flawed from the start. History is. The Australians and the betrayals that followed. Yesterday's politicians who today remember swallowed tomorrow. Samalaki Tala's veiled alliance with the NPC. Obafemi Awolowo's unfeigned defiance of how things had come to be. The UPGA versus the NNDP, 1965 Western Region elections. I won, no we won, no they won. Thugs, cudgels, guns, blood, bodies, death. Wild, wild West. History is. Hear me. Chaos in the west, apprehension in the north, frustration in the east, austerity in the army. History is 5 majors, no 9, Nizegu, no Kaduna, the sound of marching boots in the palace of the Sardauna, Operation Damisa, the 1966 coup tried to provide answers, but it only raised more questions. Who awakened the sword because it would be returning to its sheath soon. And the soldiers would be returning to the barracks, either the nation teeters on the edge. Daughters of the East, beat your breast, let your cries rend the skies. The blood of your sons wash the streets of Kano. The heads of your fathers roll down the hills of Zaria. The womb of your mothers give up your unborn cousins. Your general and his host have been slain in the West. This July 1966, the North takes back its own pound of flesh. History is. Futile negotiations to forestall the coming madness. Aburi, the declaration at Ahiyara, the launch of Biafra, the start of the war, and the end of millions of civilians, hundreds of thousands of children who died of Bashoko. No victor, no vanquished. That was the one before the Igbos on lingers and anguish. Time will fail me to tell of the fall of General Gowon, the Middle Belt's conspiracy, Dimka, and the bullet in the head that extinguished the spark. That was Noritalamu Ahmed. Enter General Olusegun Obasanjo, the Second Republic, 1983. History repeats itself. The UPN versus the NPN with no governorship elections, widespread rigging, senseless mayhem, military interregnum. A chapter closes on the Second Republic, and another opens with coups and counter-coups, ushering in Babangida with his economic theories imported from the West, sparking student riots and unrest, institutionalized corruption, a phantom election, its annulment, and the defilement of hope, 93. Abacha, Abiola, 1998, death by T, the Fourth Republic. Here we are. In a democracy that's anything but by the people, an economy controlled by political bandits and Western trained technocrats, cocooned in high-rise glass houses, spinning abstract policies to alleviate widespread sufferings they can't feel. History is the rise and rise of an army of angry youths that can't deal. The with the long shadows of despair. The past cast on the future. Fingers constantly on keypad, spewing venom. They swear revolution. Will they change the course of history? Yes. No. Maybe. History is what we forgot, what we must remember, what we must redefine for the sake of our children. Now, then, forever, what will you do? History is a desperate poet in search of his muse. This poem has gone on for too long. Sorry folks, I didn't mean to bore you. Thank you.